There's more than just me today. There are 3 other people.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, last week was. Thank you for everybody who stuck it through with me.
I think you did just fine.
Well, thank you.
I'm sorry, Sarah. I wish I could have joined you last week.
It's okay.
I'm sorry, Sarah, but I didn't want to join you last week. I had a much better view.
It's okay. And so we have Tracy here. We have LB. Who is LB? I don't know. It's a mystery.
Anyone else here? Yes, LB, we are here. Morning, Tommy.
There's Tommy.
From the Bayou State. We can always count on the Bayou State to be here. Oh, Laura Jose. Hello.
Hi, Laura.
Do you guys live near each other, you and Laura?
No, but we work closely together. She's wonderful.
I just registered Laura for the
Guten Tag, Chris. Wie geht's?
For the Connect-a-thon this morning. You're all registered, Laura.
Volkswagen.
Volkswagen. And it's Volkswagen.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Farfignugan. You know.
Oh, Farfignugan.
That's the German that I know.
That only because it was on a commercial.
Well, and it's really sad because my daughter's boyfriend is from Germany. He's not constantly, he's not pushy, but he's always teaching us the proper way to say German words.
I didn't realize that Laura Borzay was in a suburb of St. Louis. Lederhosen.
Hi, Lucy. Welcome.
Hi, Lucy. Welcome. You're new. Yeah.
How new are you? Are you new to WikiTree? Are you new to LiveCasts? Or what?
Tell us all about you. Tell us your life story, Lucy.
Yeah, that's our plan today. Now we're to forget about the Germany project. We're going to talk all about Lucy.
Lucy,
I'm home.
I know. I was going to say that. Lucy, I've been looking for you.
So,
if you're wondering what's happening, Kylie, there's always a delay in our responses back from the chat. So right now we're kind of letting people get caught up and get in, and then as soon as they get people in the chat, then we'll start picking on them.
Okay.
That's basically what happened.
I'm just looking up there because my son, he's on Discord talking, so hopefully you can't.
We can't hear him.
Hello, Linda.
It's okay. My dogs keep asking. Every time I get onto one of these, the dogs need something, and nobody else is here. So,
hello, Rothko.
Hauschild.
We are not German speakers, so we're sorry.
Speak for yourself. Julie.
So Lucy says she has relatives in Germany. She's been on WikiTree for about a year, but she didn't know about the videos.
Well, welcome. I'm glad you found it.
You have been missing out. These are the highlights of my Saturday mornings.
After she works a full shift overnight. Willkommen. Guten Tag.
Thank you, Rothko.
Hauschild.
I was going somewhere. I was not looking at the L's. So never mind. Hello, Azure.
Yeah, I got it, Sarah.
Good morning.
From a Middle High German sentence, Ich Zehaudenschilde. I probably butchered
Ich Zehaudenschilde.
Not even going to try. I have enough time. I have a hard enough time when we have to say Esme's last name.
Van Western Husen.
Mm-hmm.
And she's not German, but
meaning I hack the shield. That's a good last name to have.
If only I had a flail or something.
Where's your rubber chicken?
Oh, over there. I don't want to get up and show you my backside while I get it. I've got news close by though. Hey, Sarah.
Yes.
What do you think? Let's talk about the question of the week.
Well, what is the question of the week?
The question of the week is, how has Y-DNA helped with your surname research? So there's not a lot of stuff to show you really, but I'm just going to talk to you about it. And the very first person who makes a comment on the thing is one of my favorite WikiTree DNA people, Kitty Smith. Now, it's Kitty Cooper Smith, not to be confused with Kitty Munson Cooper, although at Roots Tech, they're interchangeable sometimes. Kitty Munson Cooper and Kitty Cooper Smith. So Kitty Smith, who is a longtime leader of the DNA project, said, wow, Y-DNA is the only way to sort through all the various Smith lines. She actually wears, I've seen Kitty, and she wears a button that says Got Smiths, like got milk, so it's Got Smith. Your beau is here today, Sarah.
I know. She's feeling lonely.
She was playing on the stairs earlier. So Y-DNA is really cool. So a lot of people, Robin Lee answered that she has an observation that her Lee family are not part of the Virginia Lee family, who were, they were Quakers and came over from Nottinghamshire. So it's interesting to see how you are or are not related based on that. And the interesting thing that seems a fairly consistent thread throughout the thread is that Y-DNA hasn't helped my research, but I'm hoping that it will someday. And the majority of the people who answered questions from people who apparently don't understand some of the intricacies of doing Y-DNA testing and what you're looking for when you're doing Y-DNA testing. I can tell you for me, my last name is spelled with an E-N on the end. And for me, it helped me because all of the Y-DNA testers that match my dad have ING on the end instead of the EN. So in the research, going back to the 1600s of New Kent County Parish, Virginia, the Galdines are my family. And it was really fun because that really nailed the nail in the head that, my goodness, yes, we are absolutely Galdines, but I like Galdin. So, then there were some interesting things about adoption or not knowing. This is from Lisa Mullings. My father's Y-DNA test revealed that the man he believed to be his grandfather couldn't have been biologically related to him. I would be surprised if my great-grandfather knew that his eldest son wasn't, in fact, his biological child, particularly since my dad and my grandfather were named after my great-grandfather, Marshall Mullings. Ancestry estimated my dad's first cousins were likely second cousins. And so she goes on and she does the same kind of revelational stuff. They find out that the surname group that they are most connected to is the Hutchinsons instead of the Mullins, which is interesting. One of the things that I've been able to do, and this is not appropriate, but my stepmother's great grandmother was a lady of the night. And yeah, she had 8 children and never married.
Oh my.
And I have had, for my stepmother's line, I have male testers who did Y-DNA tests, and I was able to find out what her real last name should be. Her mother's real last name instead of Hannon should have been Turner. And when I told my mom that, she's like, "Ooh, I like Hannon." But I've come across other Y-DNA testers who are also trying to figure out why they aren't lining up, and I found the Turners lived around the corner and down the block in the 30s of this 40s of this family. I found them in the census records, and I suggested it to this other person I was talking to, and bada boom, bada bing. In the 1860s, they're live right around the corner and down the block too. So it's interesting. It's interesting. But if it had not been for Y-DNA, we would never have found those people. Y-DNA and traditional stuff. And Jelaine Smith had the best comment on Lisa Mulling's family is just whoa. Yeah, sometimes the Y-DNA stuff can be really good. A lot of people had Mick Barnett is talking about some really cool stuff on his. He did say that FTDA is the only company doing Y-DNA testing, and that is not correct. YSeq also does Y-DNA testing, and they do Y and mitochondrial. And Jay Crook says, no, it hasn't been helpful. Neither has mitochondrial DNA. Mitochondrial DNA is a lot harder to work, but that's not a part of the question. Jessica Key answers him really well about that. And that's the other really cool thing about this is that all of these people who are saying, no, I can't find this. No, I can't find that. There are so many people jumping in to help and saying, hey, you might consider this. There's a really good one post by Doug Beasley who, and he's telling him about the FTDNA-wide test and talking about how the Beasleys are done in the project and the surname project and how they connect with those. I also, and this is a shameless plug, but there's also a place where you can put your Y and your mitochondrial DNA test where you can compare with other testing companies that have been around for a long time. You can compare every test with every test ever done at mitowydna.org. Okay, I said it there.
So that's MitoY is like almost like the counterpart to GEDmatch, right?
Correct, except the privacy, terms of service and privacy are a bit different. When you sign it, when you first register for the thing and you want to upload a kit, you designate whether the kit can be searchable by medical researchers, by academic researchers, or by law enforcement. So it's up front right at the door, so there's never any question.
Yeah. Well, I guess what I meant was they're both kind of aggregators of all the different companies who test
we take all of the different companies and allow you to do tools on the net. We added MitoY-DNA added a whole ton of tools and analysis stuff over the last week. So cool. I am done. What a great question.
Right up Mag's alley. DNA.
Yeah.
And so we had some people talking in the chat about that, about maybe their great-great-grandfather's probably adopted name. Then Laura was like, oh, I can help you. I'm adoption angel. So people even helping here in the chat.
Awesome. I see Natalie.
I love collaborative people.
And then Laura also said, Mags, that she thinks you mean a mace. A flail is used on yourself.
What was that?
I don't even want to know how you know that, Laura.
And hello, Natalie.
Hey, Nat. There's a gnat in here.
My cat will get it. Okay. Well, great question of the week. DNA. Why
we should get Laura on the big screen. And
I agree.
She can bring a mace or a flail, whatever she wants.
Depending if she wants to do it herself or somebody else. A gnat attack. Okay. So that was the question of the week.
It was.
Now, huh?
I said it was.
It was. You can still go answer it now if you want to. It never ends. You can go back and answer any question of the week.
Forever.
So, yes, forever and ever until.
I used to put up the question of the week, and I get answers to questions that I posed like 3-4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Laura has a sword, so be careful.
So
Chris does too. I have a cat, so be careful.
I have a walking stick. That's my superpower.
So our profile of the week is Ambrose Gwyneth Bierce. He is an author and journalist. Best known for writing the Devil's Dictionary, and he wrote a whole bunch of other stuff. He has his motto, "Nothing Matters." He was born in Ohio.
That's inspiring.
That's what?
That's inspiring.
It says his vehemence as a critic, his motto, "Nothing Matters," and the sardonic view of human nature that informed his work earned him the nickname Bitter Bierce. A bitter man.
Yeah. I was going to ask Kylie if she had a choice for a German profile of the week. What profile would you suggest, Kylie?
Martin Luther.
Martin Luther, 1509 and 95 Decens.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Good. We might have featured him. Maybe.
It sounds familiar. It's been a while ago, I think.
Yeah. So he participated in the Civil War. But I think the most interesting thing about this profile is he went in 1813. He went to go to his own civil battlefields, and he went to Mexico, and he went missing, and he was presumed dead. His daughter tried to get Congress to investigate, but no evidence was returned. So there's no real certain death date for him because he kind of just went missing. So I think that was a mysterious death.
Maybe he's still wandering around down there.
Maybe also, if you see here, he had a head injury and include dizziness and fainting spells. So maybe he was on like a Mexican, like he was touring something and he fell. Who knows?
Or he got malaria.
Or he got kidnapped. I don't know. A lot of things could have happened. I don't know why he would have been kidnapped, but yeah. That's pretty much our profile of the week. Do you guys have anything to add about Ambrose Bierce? What?
I don't. The man. I have to go look him up now.
Rothko says Ambrose Bierce is hysterical.
Is hysterical?
Is hysterical. Why is he hysterical, Rothko? Why do you say this? And what is his ancestry? You would. What would Bierce be? What? England.
Sure, I know. He's English.
I was trying to. Yeah, at least that's where his ancestors are from.
Rothko,
I was trying to tie in Germany, but it didn't work.
Rothko says to read his work, and he also wants to move on to Germany. So
he accidentally donated a kidney. What?
Another speculation about what happened to him while he was in Mexico.
Oh.
Hey, Mindy.
Hello, Mindy. So I know we want to get on to Germany, but I wanted to show the photos real quick.
Photos of the week are my favorite.
Yeah, we can't skip that. We can skip other things, but there's a lot. So we'll kind of go.
And what was our theme this week?
Reunion.
Oh, nice. Since we probably aren't going to be having many reunions this year.
Virtual reunions on Zoom.
Yes.
There's a family reunion in July in South Carolina, and it is moving forward. Not letting my dad go.
Go back. Who's this guy?
That's John Wintermute. He has an intense beard. Mustache. Sorry.
We know you've been up all night. It's okay.
I always say them wrong. I could basically use her tail and it would be the same, kind of.
You could. You'd look just like him.
I'm not sure what this photo has to do with reunion. Maybe.
Oh, okay, you guys, Rothko is a female name in Germany. Just wanted you to know, Rothko is a girl.
Oh, I'm sorry, Rothko. Okay.
Hi, Pip.
Oh, Pip has decided to join us.
Oh, we have got Rothko completely wrong. She lives in Texas.
Well, because she was talking about her German, the name and the shield, and said some stuff in German. So we just got.
We're very sorry for
That's
the
a great
assumption.
picture.
You're getting us back on topic, Megs. Thank you.
I'm trying.
A lot of good reunion photos.
Oh, I like that one.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the back. I love that.
That's really cool.
If you're going to do it, that's how you should do it.
That's awesome.
And these are the Kruger descendants.
Are they different colors because different from different sides of the family?
I don't know. Maybe different generations.
I'm going to have to go and look now. I want to know more.
Yeah, me too. Interesting. I like that, though. 90th birthday party reunion.
Aww.
For memorial service. Children of William Frank and Samantha. Not Samantha. Samantha Groves live.
Wow, cool.
House family reunion. I went to a family reunion once in long time ago in Pennsylvania with my family. That was that side. It's a German side, Cleaver, and it was a big family reunion.
Are you related to Beaver?
Huh?
Are you related to Beaver? Beaver Cleaver?
I don't know.
Julie and I are the only ones who know what I'm talking about. That's bad.
It is. I do know what you're talking about.
There was a TV show when we were young that we would watch, and it was about the Leave It to Beaver.
Oh,
there's Isabel. Good morning.
Hi, Isabel.
Good afternoon, Isabel.
We were talking about you.
Isabella Racino.
No, we weren't. We were talking about somebody else's last name. I don't know. But Mags likes saying your last name anyway, so. Oh, look, School of Nursing.
Oh, I love that one.
Mm-hmm. They look so happy. O'Hare. Family reunion. Well, that's a nice photo shoot.
I hope
what are they doing? They're pointing.
No, I think they're like
pointing.
jazz hands. I think they're doing jazz hands.
Yeah, I think you're right. Oh, that's cool. That looks very European.
You think they could have moved the car?
I think they did that intentionally. They wanted the car in the photo.
It looks intentional.
Yeah.
Is that an old Volkswagen?
I
think it is.
Mindy says, yeah, Sarah, jazz hands. Is that your family, Sarah, Mindy, that we were just looking at?
Doesn't say where it is. It's in France. This picture was taken in France.
It could be a Citroen, or it could be a VW, depending on what year it was.
1957.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I would have expected. I don't know why I thought it might be a little earlier than.
Well, that was the last of the photos.
It's a Citroen. Rothko. She says it's a Citroen.
Oh.
Rothko knows a lot. She's been.
That's why we get confused about who you are and where you are. I don't know.
Ado Chevo.
A Deux Chevaux. Definitely a French car.
Thank you, Isabel.
Thank you, Isabel.
Okay. Now, I guess let me put that back. We have
drum roll.
The Germany project. Kylie is so graciously accepted to come on and talk about the Germany project and answer any questions you guys may have. So if you guys want to start thinking about questions for Kylie, real quick, do any of us have any questions for Kylie to start to get the ball rolling while we have our viewers thinking of questions?
So yeah, Kylie, you how long have you been on WikiTree?
Since January 2018.
And you have done a lot of really good work, or you wouldn't be leading a project. Is Germany a project? Is that the first project that you've stepped up to lead?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. And have you found it an interesting process or a hard process taking over and leading a project? Or
well, I'll tell you. So the Germany, it was the German Roots project then when I joined, and it was like the first project that I joined when I joined WikiTree, and there really wasn't much going on, and as I started to get more involved on WikiTree, I started doing project coordination with the Cemetery Global Cemeteries project.
oh yeah.
And then I was asked by Maggie N to be the project coordinator for the German Roots project. But I just seen this huge potential. There was all these members, and there was no Germans, and I thought if we're a collaborative website, we really should be, taking advantage of it really, and getting Germans in and really working together with them, having their knowledge, and then if they had any family that immigrated back in the 1800s or something, then they could use our knowledge of the other countries where they immigrated to and things like that. So I thought there was a really lack of potential. It was just going wasted. So and I just had all these really good ideas, and Maggie and Ewan, I think that's how you pronounce their name, they gave me free reign really, and so
good job.
So yeah.
We already have a question for you from Tommy Buck, and it says, "What colors are the colors in the German flag there are for a reason? Do they have a certain meaning?"
I was just looking it up if you don't know off the top of your head, Kylie.
Yeah, I don't know.
I was looking it up.
I don't speak German, and I didn't know much about Germany or anything when I started doing genealogy. So I really used everyone else's knowledge as well in leading the project, really.
And why were you interested in the German project to begin with?
Well, that all started with my surname, which is pronounced Haese. And years ago, I thought it was the only German name in my family tree. It turns out it's not. There's a lot, but and I was really interested where that came from and who the first Haese was that came to Australia, and where that last name came from, really. And that's where, and then I found out that it was Prussian German, that ancestor was a Prussian German, and then that is where my interest started.
Cool.
Yeah.
Kylie's actually in Australia. Oh, who beat me to it?
Me.
Yeah, I'm in Western Australia.
Cool.
And then they answered the question, 2 people answered the question about the color of the flag. It represents the 3 parties of the German political system. Of course, this is Laura, centrist, Republican, Democratic.
She is awesome.
That's what we should. And then, yeah, when I was looking up, I was looking it up too. The flag meaning. And And mistake, I mean, Rothko, we thought you were living in Germany and a guy, so mistakes happen.
So you're allowed that one mistake today.
Yes. Yeah.
So, do you want to give us a guided tour of the project?
Sure.
Or what? Or if maybe, and if what kind of guided tour? What? Maybe
what about the project box there on the project page? There you go. That's a good place to start.
Yep.
It's hard to see on here.
Yeah, I'm going between tabs here, screens on the computer.
It says Germany is obviously part of the European project, the Europe project. The project leader is obviously Kylie. And then, so what if somebody wants to join the Germany project? How do they need to be German? Do they need to have German ancestors? Do they need how like if I wanted to become part of the Germany project, what do I do?
Okay. Firstly, there was a lot of there were people that weren't happy about the name change of the Germany project because it used to be the German Roots project, and it got changed to the Germany project. So top level projects on WikiTree need to have 2 leaders, and so it was moved to be under the Europe project, so that I could lead it, basically. So that's why we changed it to Germany to fit in with the structure and all of that. But there still is both components, and also my focus is on attracting Germans, native Germans, to join for collaborative purposes. But so if you want to join, you can be from Germany or have a German heritage or even just a special interest in German history. And then we have a welcome post on the G2G forum that you just comment on, and that will get you, then I will welcome you to the project.
Should they comment or answer? Or does it matter?
Well, comment which one is the one where it comes up with a separate one?
The answers. Mm-hmm.
Answer. Yep. So answers are better, but comments are fine as well. I get notifications about both.
Okay. Now, what is something that you're currently working towards in the Germany project? Any big plans or small plans or changes?
Okay. Where my translation team is currently translating all of the help pages into German.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and they're doing a great job. Awesome. We have a huge translation team now. I think they're up to about 12 members.
That's a huge job. I know there's at least 400 help pages. I was looking the other day.
Yeah, so they're doing incredible stuff. Lothar Wolf just agreed to be the team leader, and he's fabulous.
That's crazy.
Wait, who? I missed who? Who's
Lothar Wolf?
Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Look, he just replaced him. Okay.
Yeah, he's really. He's doing a great job leading the translation team and getting all those help pages translated.
That's awesome.
Isabel would like to know if her Luxembourgian ancestry counts in the German project.
I'm impressed with that, how you pronounce that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I said it in my head like 10 times before.
I bet you did.
We've just started a Germans of Russia team, which is encompassing a lot of smaller teams that fit in that category. And we have the Prussian settlement in Australia team, and so anywhere that is linked to German ancestry or Germany in any way would be included within the Germany project. Yeah.
there are lots. There's a significant portion of Germany that got moved from different country to different country. Am I right?
Yeah, the borders changed. So,
Yeah.
So with the regions team, which just we released recently, there's a team for each state of Germany, like currently, and the idea behind that is that you take like your historical birth location or something of an ancestor. So, for instance, like my Haese ancestor was from Stettin, Pomerania in Prussia, which is now in Poland. So then you know, okay, join the place where that location is located now. So, although it was called something back then, where it is now is where you're going to find the genealogy resources or the sources, sorry. So, in the archives and things like that there. So the idea is to find out where the historical place is now within today's borders, and then join the team that reflects that. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. It's quite hard to explain, actually.
Yeah.
I was just working on I was just working on a family who immigrated to the United States from what was then Prussia. And it was very confusing at first until I started doing a little digging and realized that it was Prussia and then Poland. And at one point it was even part of Ukraine.
Yeah.
So I was very confused until I got that all sorted out because they reported different things on different census listings. But.
Yeah. So I work pretty closely with because we also have the Alsace. It's the France team anyway. Mm-hmm. Alsace-Lorraine. Alsace-Lorraine, that's what it is.
And Montpellier.
So we work closely with the France. Yeah, the France project, the Poland project, Australia project, even the Netherlands. There's a German portal page which is with the Netherlands. So the Dutch Roots project. And so there was when I took on the leadership role of the Germany project, there was a lot of sub-projects and teams. And so I've been working on, my main focus with the project has been to make it much more easy to navigate. So like having a team which encompasses other teams. So like instead of having all the states listed as sub-projects that weren't really doing anything, they just sort of gave information about the state. Now we've got the regions team. So then you go in there and then you've got the 16 state teams. And with the Germans of Russia team, that's a new one. So that encompasses some other ones. So now it's making it a lot easier to navigate on the project page. And for me as well, because there's no way for me to know every single team and sub-project within the Germany project. It's just too large. So it's making it much more intuitive.
Right. That's great. It seems like you need to probably have a lot of, I guess, liaisons between the German project and a lot of the other country projects as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you needing more liaisons and stuff for the different projects? I mean, for the different regions, sub-projects, things?
Intersections.
Yes. Yes, definitely. Categories. I need to work with the categories team.
Well, look who's in the chat right now. Nat.
And Isabel.
And Isabel, yeah.
Yep.
Hint,
yeah,
hint.
I'm going to confess that I have a lot of German ancestry and I still haven't joined the German project. But I should. I just don't know where I'm going to fit that in. So
yeah, I'm mostly German, honestly. So, yeah.
I think everyone's got some German ancestry in there.
I thought I had more German than I did. It turns out I have quite a bit of Dutch. I didn't know. I never knew that.
I've got Scandinavian, but not German.
Yeah, I have a lot of German. And people are saying that Lothar should be a member of Week soon coming up. That'd probably be a good idea.
Yeah. I keep seeing his name pop up here and there. He's been doing a lot of good stuff, it looks like.
Yeah, he's doing what?
Kylie Rothko speaks near fluent German. So.
Oh, I don't think you need to be in Germany to be helpful.
Oh no.
Well, you don't need to speak German to be helpful when you're liaisoning between projects.
I think it appears that you have a good bank of knowledge that you could, that would be helpful.
Yes.
Anyone who knows that they have some German ancestry will be helpful to the Germany project.
Everybody.
And because it encompasses so much. So even like for my ancestors who came to South Australia, so me just knowing that could potentially help someone else. Like especially in our Google group, there's a lot of discussions that go on within the Google group, and so people who think that they have nothing to offer to the project are commenting on a question or in a discussion, and they're providing some helpful insight, and that is helping the project. Yeah,
I think that's human
that's
nature.
the basis of volunteering for the project.
Yeah.
And Roscoe, if you didn't notice, Jelaine said you can decipher old German records, which is truly a fun thing to do because there's different letters for, just like in English, but like a double S for certain letters instead of regular what you would expect for an F.
Yeah.
Or a beta.
Well, I think Jelaine was more like, but can you read them? Because her friend who speaks German can't even translate those. So, do you have people who can? I'm assuming you have people who can read those older documents that can translate them, Kylie. I would assume on the team.
we have people that, because there was different dialects and things apparently. So I'm learning every day from the members of my project, so it's great. But so yeah, we have people that can translate all the different types.
Rothko, I disagree with you. It's not just a script handwriting issue with German. German actually had different letters for things. And I actually have done a lot of old German transcribing in my earlier days. So yeah, it's a fun, it's interesting, and it's a fun thing to transcribe those old records.
I'm always so I'm awed by the amount of knowledge that pops up from people when we start having these live
and
casts.
How much I really don't know.
Exactly. Like I need to go get better history books or something.
Yeah. Like now I know, that Rothko is the girl name, and how Schlitz means, what was it? Shield hacker? Auschlitz.
Shield hacker.
What was that it? Okay. Was there anything that you wanted to share? Anything, Kylie? Thinking after answering some questions, anything that came to mind?
Pronounce your last name.
Haese.
Haese. See, I've always said Heese.
Oh, yeah, I get all sorts of different ways
in my brain. Yeah, thank you for correcting that.
And yeah, it's Haese.
What exciting? Sarah just asked, what exciting? What would you like to share?
What would I like to share? That's exciting to me.
About you, about anything. Did you say project, Sarah?
About anything? Yeah. Maybe. Yeah.
Anything? Okay. Now I feel put on the spot. I don't know. Everything's exciting. I get excited about everything. I'm excited.
Putting people on the spot.
I'm excited by seeing the amount of great questions that are going on in the G2G forum and the answers that the project members are giving, the Germany project members are giving. And I'm really, really excited to see the level of collaboration that's going on now within the project, which was my aim from the start. And it keeps just getting better and better. So I've just started working with Terry Swift, who's doing the 5-star profile improvement team. She's leading that team, and so we're seeing great things going on there, and them working together, and then the translators working together, and in the regions teams, them working together, and now the Germans of Russia team. So I'm just really excited by the level of collaboration that's going on.
So
Tracy, sorry.
I was gonna say, it seems like you had a whole population of members here that were just waiting for you to come in and tell them what to do next.
Yes, there's Tracy White Barnes is a newbie to WikiTree. Where should I begin on the German Roots project? I'm searching for surnames near Mannheim.
Probably joining the project first.
You can, Tracy, if you go to the Find menu on WikiTree and go to Projects, you'll find a link to the German project, and there will also be a link on that page to Kylie's join thread, and you can just post an answer there and let her know that you'd like to join the project, and then you'll get into their Google group and you can ask questions there about what to do next.
I love how Sarah was giving us a play-by-play on screen of what Julie was saying.
I'm like Vanna White.
Vanna White. You know, Carol Merrill was the first one.
Oh, well.
She sold refrigerators.
I believe that was Let's Make a Deal, Megs.
Carol Merrill?
Yeah.
For Tracy, where is Mannheim? I'd need to know like the state more, like specifically where exactly that is.
We can Google it.
Sense.
Is in the BW region.
BW region. Baden-Württemberg.
City in Germany, obviously. On the Rhine and Nectar, southwest Germany.
I think
State in
Baden-Württemberg. Yeah.
Baden-Württemberg.
I have ancestors from there and from Alsace.
So yes, I would suggest that Tracy, you join the project firstly, and then whatever state that's in, join that state regions team.
You know, Tommy Buck wants to know if there's a connection between Mannheim, Pennsylvania, and Mannheim, Germany.
The borough was named after Mannheim, Germany. There we go. Thank you, Google.
Yeah.
One N.
Mannheim, Ghislaine says Mannheim was also a temporary destination for French Huguenots in the late 1600s, escaping persecution and execution in France. Yes.
Yay, Tracy's got to be a new member for you then. That's great.
Well,
awesome.
And also,
Tommy?
always remember that you can always post questions on G2G too if you're not sure about something.
Right.
If you do have a question about your Mannheim ancestors.
And once you join the project, our Google group is amazing as well. You just post a question in there and within seconds it'll have an answer from someone.
That's cool.
That is cool.
So, because I'm not all that knowledgeable. I live in Western Australia. I don't know much, about Germany per se, except for what I've researched. So I'm just being honest. But so my job as leader really is to help bring everyone together that has a common interest, and because it encompasses so much throughout history for the Germany and the German Roots project. So my job's just bringing everyone together so that they can work together, sort of giving it, coordinating that sort of aspect, and helping you to find the place to find the answers. So, like Sarah said, the G2G forum and the Google group, they're the two places where you're going to find answers.
That's a sign of a good leader, is admitting that you don't know everything and knowing where to find the answers.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's really important.
100% agree.
Huzzah!
Huzzah! I've been watching The Great. I've been watching The Great, so on Hulu. Sorry. Rothko, my family's actually from Pennsylvania, so I'm considered Pennsylvania Dutch.
I am too. My family came through through Pennsylvania. Sarah, you and I have to be related somewhere.
We are. I already showed it to you.
Oh, did you? Sorry.
So here's another question for Kylie: is there a sub project or team that focuses on German immigrants to North America? And I can answer a part of that, Jelaine. I am working on a Montbéliard immigration to Nova Scotia, which was German Lutherans. They're mislabeled as Huguenot or Acadian, but they were German Lutherans. But that's a small project, which is not a part of the Germany project. It's part of the Nova Scotia project. Are there any sub-projects that actually target immigration from Germany, Kylie?
Yep, there's the Germana Colonies America.
Shepard just threw up the Palatine immigrants.
Yeah, Palatine migration. That's now it's a separate project from the Germany project, but I work closely with Dave and Ellen, obviously. But yeah, there is definitely some sub projects and things. The Germana Colonies project is to do with a settlement in the colony of Virginia, North America. I don't know America well, so I don't know where exactly she's talking about.
From my perspective, from my family, a lot of Germans came into the Northeast Pennsylvania, and then a large group of them, according to my research, has moved down the East Coast to the south, and then a lot of them headed west. So,
and there was another question. There was another point that Jelaine made, is that the Pennsylvania Dutch were actually Pennsylvania Deutsch, which is the word for German, and the Americans Americanized it and turned it into Pennsylvania Dutch, and it's really Deutsch.
So she can see. So it's Jelaine said it's misleading. So thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah,
that's why I was always like Dutch, but no, it's German. Like
it's the Deutsche.
I have both.
Yeah, I have most of my Pennsylvania Dutch are still in Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania who?
Most of my Pennsylvania Dutch. Most of my Pennsylvania Dutch. I said most of my family. I have a lot of family in Pennsylvania.
Deutsch.
Berks County, Pennsylvania.
Oh, there is. Sorry, this is totally off. There's a cool show called Stonehouse Revival, and they're reviving all the beautiful Burke County houses. So if you want to watch that, that's really beautiful.
Oh, I would, because I have ancestors from there too. So.
Oh, it's gorgeous. The houses they redo.
I mean, Julie and I are twins already, so
apparently separated at birth in something like 30 years, but
I was kept in the womb a little bit longer.
A little bit.
A little bit longer.
You gestated for 50 years. Sorry, Julie, that was very rude.
I just changed my name on the screen there for Tommy, who asked how I spell my last name.
I think somebody had told them, but thank you. My last name is Smiley Face.
It's interesting how many people are commenting on their immigrant ancestors, where they came from, and a lot of U.S. people watching today. Obviously, Minnesota, Wisconsin, North Carolina, and Kentucky, Denmark, and Germany to Texas Hill Country. Frederick.
I saw Linda's comment there. I have to make a connection if you'll give me a second. Linda, I spent the whole winter in Texas Hill Country, and I've been to Fredericksburg. It was fun.
Have you been to Indianola, Texas?
I have not. We were in Canyon Lake.
Wow.
Roscoe said she's
totally irrelevant.
Rothko says she's related to herself 87 times over by looking at the record.
So before we do our usual nonsense and off topic and weirdness, is there anything else you'd like to add, Kylie?
Yes.
So I do have a proposal ideas page on a link on the Germany project page. So if you have any ideas for a new team, you can put it on there as well. So like, with all these places where immigrants are coming to America, now I'm having the thought that it probably is a good idea to have an encompassing team for all the smaller teams within that. So like, for instance, for Australia, so I started the Prussian settlement in Australia team, and I only knew about German immigration to South Australia, but it turns out there was German immigration to Queensland and a few other states. And so then we broke it down from that into the separate states and put the information there, and adding all, the ships lists, the immigrants lists and all that. So we could do the same thing for America as well. I'm always open to new ideas like that, and to make it simpler, especially for me to navigate, because there's so many teams and things like that, and they're named. The names of them are not helpful.
There's also a huge immigration of Germans to South America as well. Argentina and Brazil. Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. I didn't know about that.
yeah.
Got some research to do now.
So I brought up the proposal page so people can see, and that it's open, so you can just add your suggestion. Yep. I realized what my suggestion I had made on G2G is on here. The witch trials in Germany. I made that suggestion.
You're so special, Sarah.
Was that you? I was really excited when I seen that suggestion and added it straight away. I was like,
bye, Bob. Bob always says good day when he
good day, y'all.
Good day, y'all.
Yeah, and so if people want that, they see an idea there and they're like, oh, I'd be interested in that. If they add their name next to it, or hang on, let me get it up so I can see on page.
So Jelaine, if while you're looking, can I make a comment? I don't want to throw you off.
Pip, that's my family. Go ahead.
I was just going to say that the original, Jelaine pointed out that the original intent of German Roots was focused on the people who left Germany and came to the United States and Canada. So it sounds like you're not only including those groups as part of the project scope, but you're expanding it to Germans that emigrated elsewhere as well.
So, Germans, so the people that were in Germany and stayed in Germany and that.
Right.
So because WikiTree is about having a profile for every person throughout history, so it made sense to include.
So Tracy, go ahead.
Sorry.
Tracy White Barnes says, "Thank you for all of your hard work and paving the way for us to find our history." Yay!
And I think changing it from German Roots to Germany just made it, because WikiTree is, growing internationally. So, encompassing not only the roots of Germany, but also Germany itself.
Right.
So,
yeah. And there's so many native Germans now joining, and their knowledge is, priceless, really, that they're giving us, and a lot of the translations that you see happening in G2G and things and the help pages getting translated is because of the Germans that have now joined WikiTree.
Yeah.
So we want more Germans.
Yeah, that's great.
Sehr gut. That's very good.
Oh yeah, so back to the sub-project page. So just add your name next, at the end of a suggestion. So the more people that want it to happen is going to help it be created.
And Bob is actually didn't leave. He stayed. He says he has Catholic German great-great-grandfather and can't find any records for him before he came to Australia. So Bob, Kylie might be able to help you with some research ideas.
So
Lucy, I live in Florida too. Sorry.
That's okay.
It's so hard not to jump in when I see connections over here in the chat.
I know. Pip made a big connection to my stepmother's family, the one with the Lady of the Night. Huge German settlements came down to North Carolina, Lincoln County and stuff. They came down from Philadelphia. There was an actual German town in Philadelphia where lots and lots of German settlers came to before they dispersed out into the rest of the country. And my mom's family came down the wagon road from Philadelphia and ended up in Lincoln County.
So for Bob, I'm not sure if he is if he's joined the Prussian settlement in Australia team, but that's a good place to start, joining that team.
The Prussian settlement, Bob.
Prussian settlement in Australia team.
Somebody said Oma.
Oma, what?
With my Opa. Oma and Opa are your
Grandma and Grandpa.
And I had seen somebody, I don't remember who it was, saying something about Google Groups being discontinued. I have not seen anything about that. They recently changed some stuff like a year ago, but there's nothing about them discontinuing Google Groups anytime soon. Just want to throw that out there.
No, as a matter of fact, they just did a fresh new look that they're testing out, and I gave them a lot of feedback on how they need to change them.
I bet you did.
It's not a happy place for me to go and look at the beta of that. It's just not good.
Google Groups is not I/O. I know what that's supposed to mean. Not hip with the
hippity hoppity hip 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 to hop.
Sorry, not called I/O. Wait, Google Groups is not now called. I'm so confused. I'm just gonna stop. Okay.
Now called I/O.
Okay, Julie's is just as confused as I am. So
I am. I haven't heard that, Laura. Can you expand on that, please?
I/O.
We all depend on Google Group. I don't know what would happen if they took them away, because we have. I'm in at least 10. So.
Oh, I/O. Oh, I know what I/O is. It's an extension like a kind of. I can't even explain it. Maybe Laura can explain it better, but it's kind of like instead of like a .com, it's a .io. Wait, no, maybe I'm confused.
Oh, I'm not. I have no idea.
I/O is run by Google.
Oh, I/O, not I/O. I/O, I think.
Bingo was his name.
Well, and see this comment from Janine about her dad's ancestors were Lutherans and came over in 1749 and started a church in Westmoreland County. Things like that information is really interesting to a lot of people, and that's where her knowledge is, right? So posting a post about that in the Google group is fantastic. I love reading all of those things.
Yeah, me too. I learned something every day from all of this. And Jelaine, really?
You think we're smoking?
My coffee. So.
I got coffee here.
I have just been awake for so long that.
And it's really
we're
late
just
here.
Going with it. Yeah.
It's really late
Sarah
here.
is subscribed, and we're just trying to make her feel better. Rothko, go ahead, Sarah.
I was going to say there's not G2G don't have groups for specific projects. They have threads for like the join group or something, but there's not a group. It's a Google group, so it's on Google. It's not on WikiTree for the projects.
Right. G2G, you can find information by using the German or Germany tag.
Mm-hmm.
It's Germany. The correct tag is Germany.
Okay.
For the Germany project.
Thank you. Tag Germany, not German.
Yeah. And yes, Rothko, there is a G2G group for the Germany project, and I thought I added you to it.
Wait, it's not G2G, it's Google, right? Google group.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, it's late. It's like
Just threw everybody
so
off.
long,
And I was just like, there's no G2G groups.
So it's getting
Yeah.
late for Kylie because she's in
Yeah.
Australia. So it's like, what,
Yeah.
11 o'clock there now, p.m.?
Yeah, 11:10. Yeah.
Yeah. So Roscoe G2G has a few subforms, but yeah, it's a lot of threads. But searchable through tags. And you can follow, when you follow certain tags, you get email updates. You can see the recent questions. You can look at unanswered questions. There's a lot of different ways you can search G2G.
There's a few
Genealogists.
subforms, yeah.
Yeah, no subforums, Roscoe.
Okay. So were you gonna say something else, Kylie? I wasn't sure if you're looking at something.
Oh, yeah, I'm reading the comments.
Oh, okay. So because we're a little bit past the hour mark, but unless somebody has another Germany question.
Yeah. June is confused. Can we clear up her confusion before we close out here?
Yes. What are you confused about, June? G2G, Google, IO, Germany.
Deutsch or Dutch?
We don't really have anything illicit in our coffee, just so you know.
Yet.
So there's G2G and there's Google Groups. I'm feeling like that's where the confusion is lying.
Probably.
G2G is within WikiTree where you can ask questions and WikiTrees were answered. Google Groups are used for specific projects and each project has a Google Group where it's more specific to the project.
And if you need more help with that, any of us would be able to help you if you want to either go to our profiles. I'll put my profile ID on here.
So John Stills is asking a very, I guess, kind of not a specific question. He's like, how do you narrow down what German states to research pre-1850s? Is all you have is a Danish record saying birth in Germany? I feel like that would be an appropriate question for G2G tagging Germany, maybe? Because unless Kylie, you know.
And Denmark as well. If you have a copy of the record and you can share it to WikiTree and attach it to the G2G post, that would be helpful. Because there's a lot of little, I've noticed from reading the G2G comments on posts that there's little things on the records that you don't even realize mean something, that have a meaning, like two little lines together might, has quite a significant meaning. That, to us, it just looks like two little lines.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, John, I recommend posting in G2G about that question.
And if you can attach the record, then that would be good. Or if you attach the record to a profile and then link the profile into the G2G post.
Of course, if you have the proper copyright thingies.
Or a link to the record if that's all you have. That's fine.
Yeah. You can always share the record for anybody who wants to help you.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. June says she's like, no problem, just smiling and joking.
It's easy to throw us off track here, so.
It's very true. A little bit of ADD-ness we have sometimes, some mornings.
Huh?
Or some nights in Berg.
Huh?
Huh?
There's a chicken.
Book, book. Cock-a-doodle-doo.
Okay, so John was happy with that answer. Not the cock-a-doodle-doo, the answer for the G2G. So that's good. All right.
Yes. So I think unless there's any other more project-related questions, not something that, there are a lot of things you can ask on the G2G. But if there's anything else, I guess we'll go. Let Kylie get some sleep. Let me get some sleep. Let everybody else do whatever they need to do. So Thank you, Kylie, for coming on and talking to us about the Germany project.
Thank
It was
you.
very nice. We appreciate it. You're always welcome. You're always welcome to come join us. Anybody's, if you want to join, if any of you want to come join us one morning, just let me know. Just
you don't
say
even
like,
have to wear makeup.
What?
Okay. You don't have to wear makeup or do your hair.
Wear makeup. I don't even brush my hair.
I thought about wearing a mask today, and then I went.
Now Mindy is saying, out of all of what we just said, she says, "Ooh, I want tacos."
Well, because now Rocco was like, "It's taco time."
Oh.
Yeah, I'm pretty hungry. I haven't even had breakfast yet, so
I'm slow cooking some chicken. So
you're cooking chicken?
Slow cooking.
I need to go cover the ears of my chicken. Don't say that. And chicken.
Okay, so we're obviously getting way off track now because of tacos.
Look how long that took.
Tacos are breakfast in Texas. Tacos. I mean,
speaking of ADHD, ooh, shiny.
I've had some really good breakfast burritos in Texas. I'll tell you that.
Huevos rancheros.
Mm-hmm.
My kids love that when I drink it for them.
I know. We must go now. I'm starving.
Goodbye. Until next time.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for